We're gonna do a walkthrough on this bad boy today. See what 24 years of use looks like at a junkyard. So here's the cab. You can see it's pretty well polished right there. What arm's spitting? Arm sitting. Park and brake. She's a little dirty and crusty. Plans to clean. Just never get around to it because I got other things to do. But come to the cab, we got a loose steering wheel. Lots of getting used to pull up into it, which is fine. I got a fix for a lot of this. Just waiting for the right time. Oh, she's got 384 on it. It has had multiple motors. One while I worked there, and I believe 2 after my friend still worked there. And then I was unaware after that. The person I bought it from didn't put that many miles on it after the junkyard got rid of it. But she's seen some better days. Now, normally, this hole right here, there'd be a little lever you pull up for the PTO. That would kind of fight. There's cable. It just didn't really work all that great all the time. You had to real fight it. So they decided to put this in, which is a 5-speed manual transmission shifter. And it's just straight front and back. But it works. I don't know if I'm gonna keep that or if we're gonna figure something out differently, because it's kind of in the way if you want to get 3 people, which I'm not always gonna have. Probably rarely. Maybe we'll keep it. Maybe we'll try and bring it back to original. But you got your beacons here, in which I think only these 2 work. Don't think that one or that one actually does anything. Got the radio, the good old upgrade, which that doesn't work either, but they were nice enough to actually put that bad boy in there, so it makes it kind of nice. Back in the day, this was where we mount the GPS to go around town and pull junk cars out of alleyways and backyards and driveways and such. She's a little worse for the wear in here. It is pretty well beat up. You can kind of see. And she's dirty just from sitting. This thing got parked after the fuel line or fuel sending unit. Oh yeah, and you can see they made a access hole to get all the wiring underneath there. But again, I got a fix for that. Just waiting for the temp to go down so we can actually get into a backyard without tearing it all up, because right now it is currently like 55 degrees out. Seat, definitely not original. I'm sure it came out of another Chevy. It's fine. Headliner's actually not in the worst shape. She's a little dirty, but nothing wrong with that. Got all these. Yeah. So, could be worse. Needs a very deep cleaning. Again, it's going to be addressed. We'll come outside. All this. She got hit somewhere. A little floppy. It's fine. Needs a bumper. I'm gonna just get a whole new hood for it. Have both bezels are just in the truck. Bumper is mangled. It's fine. That's what this is from. Rubbing on it. Tires are definitely, middle might be legal, but I don't think so. before they sold it. He went through, so it's got all new kingpins and bushings and such throughout the front end. Most of this just surface rust. Really nothing going through yet, which is awesome. Need some shocks. This caliper hangs up. We need to address that. Get a new one of these because that's rusty. My new battery box cover, as you can tell from one of the last videos, I modified that. I still need to fix battery. That's good for now. I found out it doesn't have a draw because I'm stunned. Forgot to disconnect it. And it sat for about 2 weeks without moving and didn't draw, so that's always a good sign. I can leave the battery connected if I so please. And then you come back to the bed. So obviously, a couple here, they do not work. Looks like these were pulled out. And we'll get a look under this side of the bed. Yeah, as you can see, there's no wiring here even for those lights anymore. So something we need to address. And the other big issue with this thing, and why it really wouldn't make a good full-time tow truck, is because this, as you can see, it's supposed to have these all the way down, and it doesn't. Pretty gross. This thing just kind of got used, and I think I washed it twice the year and a half I worked there, and I don't think anyone else really did much more than that, unfortunately. Because yeah, she's pretty cruddy, but I have a fix for that as well. Just time, effort, but if you can see in the camera, this outer rail's still pretty good. Bed's getting a little wavy. Neat tires, I got 4 brand new ones sitting ready, just waiting to put on. I'll paint the rims up all pretty like. And we're gonna do the frame. Do all new brake lines. Again, I got more, hopefully more a fix for the battery box, maybe this step, because as you can see, not really in the greatest of shape. Alright, come up here. Still got your hooks, a bunch of chains, a bunch of stuff I gotta go through and kind of clean and make pretty. Got the Ramsey winch, hydraulic, PTO driven. Still works. Everything on the bed works, which is awesome, other than lights and such. Got your Jordan, or however you say it, light. Classic. I don't know if we're gonna upgrade to a newer, fancier one, or just make that one pretty and work it again. Come back to this side. Here are the passenger side controls, in which, if you look, they're a little bent. So obviously they got hit somewhere. These, even when I worked, when I was still there, didn't really do a whole lot. Pretty wallered out. This one is just completely broken off. So, don't know if I'm gonna fix that. May put some time and effort into it. We'll see. And you got your L-arm holder. I'm pretty sure these were seized when I worked there, because you're supposed to tighten them down like a responsible human, but never lost them. Obviously they're still here, which is awesome. You can see kind of more of the bed. It's actually doing pretty good right here. That's what it's supposed to look like. And come to the back. Wheel lift, you guys all see me get these loose. There's these back up. Got your chains in here. These are your safeties. You pull these out, hook them up to the car, and you can hook them into there. Keep them chained to the wheel lift and still pivot. Obviously, I think something happened with this one. They're trying to pull with it and it did not agree. I'm not sure what's supposed to go here. I don't think it's lights, or maybe that is where the work lights are supposed to go. Other than those, not sure. Got your old school plug here for your lights on the back of the car. Never worked. They actually spent money on the, or it did work because the receiver was there for the automatic one. Got your 4 chain pots on the end here, tying them down. Come over here. See, this one's much more purdy, a lot more square. These ones all work. You got bed controls, in and out, up and down, winch, in and out and up and down on the wheel lift. And again, more rot. Kind of hard to tell because his bed is filthy, but she's a little wavy, which is fine. The main frame is still in one piece, so that's all we're concerned about. I'm not afraid to throw a vehicle on it because this thing doesn't flex. The beauty of its steel bed. And again, we're still missing more lights on the side here, so more issues to get fixed before we make it roadworthy. Come back to the Ramsey. Pretty good shape, still works great. Got your release free spool here. Comes in and out nice. See, that's all bent up. Probably a car 30 ran into it. We're gonna fix that. Probably just cut this and this out and put in new. Might do something a little different, but we'll see. As you can tell by the green stuff there, she's sitting a while. Quite some time before it got moved and used. And come here, your fuel control, get your evap in there, fuel filter, tank, working on a new tank, new straps, still haven't got a bolt for that, but that's fine. As you can see, this tank is really scuzzy. It does not look better inside either. They ran used gas through it. Ooh, actually open. And we got your toolbox with all the goodies. Gotta go through that, clean that all out. Probably gonna find a new one for it, or make one. That's your main ram there, valving and such, drivetrain. They did put a bigger axle in here not long before they shut down, but she's scuzzy back here, which is fine. Frame's perfectly all right. Is mostly just surface stuff. Gonna go through, do all brake lines, rubber, and steel. As you can see, they got unions everywhere, which I'm not a fan of. We'll just go and do everything all at once. Paint the frame up all nice and purdy, make it look good again. Brakes aren't that old back here. Little crusty, dry rotted tires. Definitely needs tires. You got your reservoir filter, your ABS module, Look at that converter. I mean, just look at that. Still nice and clean there. Just everything else kind of scuzzy. Let me come back to the cab. She needs some loving. You can see the new fuel pump. Sending unit and pump. Cab needs lots of love. Here's old faithful 454. Takes up a lot of room in there, doesn't make a lot of power. It is it's AC lines. So she's scuzzy, being a Minnesota vehicle. She has definitely seen its fair share of rust and salt and moisture. But for a 24-year-old vehicle, I mean, I've definitely seen and owned worse. Again, all this hopefully come out someday. Something better in. There's that new, you can see the moisture that we get in this state. This thing hasn't been on the road since the snow's flown, and I just put this in right around Thanksgiving, or after Thanksgiving, whatever. It's got a pretty good layer of surface rust on it. So, just goes to show you what the environment can do to these things. Here's your 454. Coil near plug, fuel injected. That's your big intake. Your injectors are underneath it, which makes kind of a pain in the butt. I'm not entirely sure where that guy goes. Everything's got good coating of oil on it. I'm assuming power steering. Yeah. Needs a new fan. That's cracked out. But at least they're nice enough to put lift plates on them for us. As you can tell, I got the mismatched lights on there. Overall, she's a good truck, and I'm excited. Hopefully get out here in the next week or two, go get more parts for it, and we can really start going to town. Hopefully this weather holds out. I kind of hope it gets a little colder, because you can see that's not frozen, and it should be. So you do anything and it just tears it up. So we're gonna wait, find out, make this thing pretty again. For those of you still watching, my plans for this thing: we're gonna use it to haul junk, stay true to its origin, so it's all I own, it's junk.